Cave lion. Not a lion. Not exactly. Think of everything you fear about a modern lion, then strip away the pride, the coordination, the social safety net, and you have something closer to the truth. Paleontologists believe the cave lion was likely a solitary hunter, built more like a tiger than the social cats of the African savanna. No coordinated ambush, no pride dynamics, just one animal, alone, in glacial Europe, taking down woolly prey on its own terms. That's not less frightening. That's more. These weren't the savanna cats of nature documentaries. They stalked the frozen edges of glacial Europe, competing with early humans for the same caves, the same prey, and arguably the same territory. Ancient humans painted them on cave walls, not as decoration, as warning. When your ancestors felt the need to document a predator in the dark, on the walls they slept beside, that predator earned its reputation. The cave lion went extinct around 13,000 years ago. The painting stayed. Direwolf, the name alone, not large wolf, not ancient wolf, dire. Whoever named this animal understood marketing. But here's what modern science had to correct after decades of assumption. The direwolf was not actually a wolf. A landmark 2021 DNA study revealed it split from the wolf lineage over 5.7 million years ago, making it a separate genus entirely. Calling it a wolf is like calling a dolphin a fish. Convincing on the surface, completely wrong underneath. Bigger than gray wolves, with bone-crushing jaws and a bite force that turned carcasses into dust, Inoceandirus was North America's most efficient killer for over 100,000 years. And while gray wolves adapted, interbred, and survived the end of the Ice Age, the dire wolf couldn't. Its lineage was too isolated, too specialized, too committed to a world that was disappearing. It didn't lose a fight. It lost the ability to change. Scientists have pulled over 4,000 specimens from the La Brea tar pits alone, for 1,000 animals, all stuck. A metaphor nobody asked for, written in fossil record. Mosasaurus, the aquatic demon, the visual hunter, the predator that doesn't hesitate. While megalodons overwhelm through force, mosasaurs dominate through sight and burst speed. Their bodies are streamlined violence, jaws hinged for expansion, tails flattened for propulsion, eyes large and forward-facing for binocular vision. Mosasaurs don't patrol endlessly. They strike from below. They rise from clear surface waters where visibility is advantage, where light penetrates and targets become clear. Their power isn't raw mass. It's calculated acceleration. Megalodons crush bone. Mosasaurs track movement and strike before prey reacts. Jaws unhinge to consume prey whole. Bodies generate devastating bursts from depth. And when a mosasaur commits to attack from beneath, the angle removes all options. But their true strength is versatility. They hunt fish, they hunt turtles, they hunt sharks, they hunt other marine reptiles. Large eyes track fast-moving prey. Flexibility defeats specialized hunters. Opportunism outlasts perfection. You don't escape a mosasaur by being faster. You escape by never being visible. That's why mosasaurs symbolize adaptability, visual supremacy, and dominance through precision strikes. They are successful not because they are largest, but because they see opportunities first. Bite force may rule through power, but vision rules through accuracy. If bite force is power without nuance, visual hunting is power without wasted effort. But even precise hunters have a weakness. They need to surface for air, and depth becomes a liability. Andrewsarchus. Nobody talks about Andrewsarchus. That is a mistake, though perhaps not for the reasons originally assumed. For years it was crowned the largest terrestrial mammalian predator ever. Then science looked closer and found something stranger. Its closest living relatives are hippos and whales. A cetancodontomorph, a lineage that would eventually produce some of the largest animals on Earth. Its body was likely long, thick, and low to the ground, built more like a massive hippo than the athletic predator older reconstructions imagined. Its teeth weren't designed for shearing meat. They were built for crushing bone, vegetation, hard-shelled prey. What we had was not a supreme hunter, but the most dangerous omnivorous scavenger that ever walked on land. Still terrifying, just differently terrifying. The strangest part remains this. We only have the skull. One skull, found in Mongolia in 1923, and nothing else has ever been recovered. A creature that may have been the most imposing land mammal in Earth's history exists in the fossil record as a single colossal head. Like nature left us a question and then hid all the answers. Andrewsarchus lived 36 million years ago during the Eocene. The planet had barely recovered from losing the dinosaurs and was already producing this. Earth was not in a calm phase. The Komodo Dragon, a lizard that weaponized venom like nature's own bioweapon. Native to a handful of Indonesian islands, Komodos are the largest lizards alive, reaching 10 feet and 200 pounds of cold-blooded murder. They hunt deer, pigs, water buffalo, anything slow enough to catch. And the venom is brutal. Anticoagulants that prevent blood clotting, drop blood pressure, and induce shock. For years, scientists blamed dirty mouths and bacteria. Then they found venom glands. Turns out Komodos aren't relying on infections, they're genuinely venomous. They'll bite once, injecting toxins that cause rapid blood loss, then follow prey as it weakens from shock and hemorrhaging. Persistence hunting, reptile addition. Local islanders treated them with respect and fear, believing they were reincarnated relatives. Westerners discovered them in 1910 and immediately started capturing them for zoos. Because, of course. So the Komodo dragon became a living fossil, a predator unchanged for millions of years, now confined to shrinking islands and tourist attractions. Still venomous, still patient, still proving that dinosaurs never really left.
Arctodus, the short-faced bear. A name that sounds almost friendly until you learn it stood 6 feet at the shoulder on all fours and over 11 feet when upright. For decades, scientists called it a speed hunter, the cheetah bear, built for pursuit. More recent biomechanical studies quietly retired that theory. Those long limbs weren't built for sprinting. They were built for covering ground efficiently, endlessly, across vast Ice Age landscapes in search of carcasses and kills worth taking. Which made Arctodus something arguably more unsettling than a fast predator. It was a relentless one, a long-distance scavenger thief that could walk farther, smell further, and outlast almost anything on the continent. Direwolves, saber-toothed cats, early human hunters. If Arctodus arrived, you left. Not because it would outrun you, because it would simply keep coming. It patrolled North and South America until about 11,000 years ago, and what ended it wasn't a stronger predator. It was the collapse of the megafauna it depended on. Even the most formidable animal is only as stable as its food supply. Spotted hyena, still alive, walking around right now, and criminally underestimated. The spotted hyena is not a scavenger with a laugh. It is a coursing predator with jaws engineered specifically for bone, not just powerful in raw pressure, but shaped to crack and process what other predators leave behind. That tooth geometry is the advantage. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is left. The spotted hyena has a hunt success rate that exceeds most big cats, and lions steal from hyenas more often than hyenas steal from lions. Read that again. The spotted hyena communicates in a system complex enough that researchers are still decoding it. It runs down prey over miles without exhausting. Ancient humans competed directly with spotted hyenas for caves and carcasses across Africa and Europe, and it was genuinely unclear for a long time who would win that negotiation. The hyena is not a relic of a more dangerous time. It is a more dangerous time, still operating, still thriving, completely unbothered by its own reputation. Titanoboa, a 42 feet snake. Let that settle. Not 48 inches, not 48 centimeters. 48 feet of snake, weighing over a ton, occupying the post-extinction jungles of what is now Colombia like it had personally inherited them. Titanoboa lived 60 million years ago, long before humans existed, and it did not rush. It didn't need to. When you are the largest predator in a recovering world, patience is just another weapon. But here's what the dramatic reconstructions tend to skip. Titanoboa was almost certainly a fish eater. Its teeth were specialized for slippery, wriggling prey, giant lungfish, prehistoric swimmers, not for ambushing large land animals. It spent most of its existence in and around water, calm and efficient, processing whatever the rivers offered. Less monster of the jungle, more the reason the river had a reputation. It vanished when the planet cooled, and its cold blood couldn't keep pace with a dropping thermostat. The snake didn't lose a fight. It lost its climate. The predator didn't disappear because something beat it.
The world just changed the rules. See you in the next video. The most venomous animal on Earth isn't a snake. It isn't even close.